Welcome to Dunmers Divines.
Emancipating Scion. You almost got me on that one.
Huh? Yeah. I think I could edit you out of that. If I...
It'll just sound like I started talking over you at the end of it, yeah. You found the one true distraction that'll work. Reptar.
Yeah, little boy. Okay, so what was this person's name?
Jube.
Jube. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. What happened to you since the City of Census and Excise?
City?
Yeah, that's what it said on their sign.
I wouldn't exactly call Satanin a city either way, but... You know what,
Wait, Satanin is on the map, but I can't find the City of Census and Excise on my map.
Friend, we were in Satanin. Census and Excise is a, I don't know, government office. Right? He looks at Tiermalin as if Tiermalin is automatically an expert when it comes to imperial structures, who sort of shrugs.
Oh, you two know each other?
No idea, but you're traveling together, right? He seems the educated sort.
Yes. Well, it's good to see you. How have you been? What's been going on?
Good. The Vec has treated me well, as a city at least. As he spreads his arms out, you can see that his armor, which had been sort of worn down, chitin when you saw it, is still mostly insect and mushroom armor, but is in excellent repair. It's oiled and greased and moves almost silently. And he even has some pieces that have like very obvious signs of excellent craftsmanship. He's well outfitted. He gestures above him and says, "The arena is a great place for a warrior of strength to prove themselves and make some money."
I thought that was a prison.
Well, no. Well, he's gesturing at the canton of the arena.
Ooh.
Of course, it's not... perhaps... Let's see. I was hoping to make a fight, but I was just going to spectate. Perhaps the two of us could grab a drink instead?
Yes. That... I didn't know there was pit fighting here, actually.
Well, it's a bit complicated. Let me explain it to you. Okay, so he takes you up. He enters a bar where the bartender immediately nods at him and pours him a drink automatically. And Jube then says, "Thank you, Varys. I'll take another one for my friend here." And he passes you a glass of Sujama.
Thank you. Alcohol?
Yes.
Okay.
It's Comberry wine.
Say that again?
Comberry wine.
How do you write that?
C-O-M... Berry? What's his intelligence?
Huh?
What's his intelligence? He says C-O-M-B-E-R-I. Comberry.
So what is this pit fighting? What is this? I thought you were going Well, I thought you might be going for the life of an adventurer.
Well, this is certainly an adventure on its own, though one with a little bit of panache. So technically, the arena here is only sanctioned for fighting for honor duels. Some can be to the death, others are generally fought to a surrender. It is traditional at that point to then sacrifice a piece of your arms to the victor at the victor's choice.
Weapons. Got it.
That said, a particularly capable fighter, one with personality and wit, might become a crowd favorite if they reappear several times. And while the temple discourages it, there is always those in the crowd willing to take and receive bets.
Got it. So you are making a career off of the bets?
There's a...
Are you rigging the games?
Well...
Oh, it's okay. You don't need to give me all the trade secrets.
Sometimes I am approached by those that take bets and get offered a higher cut of the fight winnings if I perhaps respond in a surprising way to a fight. But no, it's been excellent work. They reached out to me after, well, I got challenged to an actual honor duel, but was charismatic and successful enough within the fight that I was suggested to come back. I've fought almost everyone in this room. And around you see a few Nords, orcs, even a high elf wearing a black cuirass with a screaming face upon it, wearing robes underneath it. And he turns to you and says,
What triggers an honor duel?
"Your honor being offended."
That's very vague.
It certainly is, which makes the rules of the arena somewhat loose. However, honor duels must be fought here, and they must be prearranged. Someone can reject fighting in such a duel, though it is, of course, a mark upon their honor. With all of that being said, Gladius, we always get good money off of new faces, especially when fighting a standard such as myself. I've done quite well here. I generally play a little bit of the people's rogue sort of archetype. And in that steel armor getup, especially with the mask of your helmet down, you could pass for some sort of imperial lawman. I think, perhaps...
Hey, I got this plate armor in a different style on Do I still look like an imperial lawman? Oh.
It's mostly your voice.
Oh, yeah, the accent. Yeah, that makes sense.
At a minimum, you sound like a Cyrodiil, even if you don't look like one.
Yeah.
And the armor is nondescript enough. So perhaps... perhaps I might consider my honor offended by something you, as the arm of the imperial law, had to say about the Dunmers people, and challenged you to a duel, which you chose to accept as an excuse to put the Dunmer in their place. We could make quite good money off of it. with you as a new face, and it wouldn't matter what the outcome was, as long as it worked into the general storylines that I have going.
Oh, it's an act. Okay. But then I'd want to lose, right? So that the morality of the.
Well, it would be. The crowd would certainly be cheering against you, but either way, the storyline is interesting enough. If you defeat me, then perhaps I get a rematch at a later time, or it could even be an excuse for me to go on some sort of leave. I have been a little itching for a vacation.
Okay. Duels are always one-on-one. They're never two-on-two or things like this?
Sometimes it can be groups. However, I've only ever fought alone. Maybe another time, as another character, we could team up.
Yes.
What do you say? There's good coin in it. It would just take an afternoon of your time.
Oh, you're challenging me.
Well,
Okay.
I'm suggesting...
Think that your honor be offended. I'd like to try it out. Because there's some peoples whose honor I might be interested in offending relatively soon. Sounds like a better deal than what I've been doing. How bad is a mark on a stain on the honor of a fighter?
Well, depends on the elf in question. You'll always have a better chance of solid reception if you're insulting a Dunmer. But bear in mind that if you're trying to insult them, then they'll have to issue the challenge. Otherwise, you'll need to find some excuse. And if they don't think of you as on the same level, then it's not an insult. Not just any peasant walking up to a member of a great house would be applicable to an honor duel. You have to have honor as well. But if you have...
But I could get that by fighting you? I could get some honor?
You could move towards it, if nothing else. Generally, you'd want the esteem of some larger group behind you.
Yes. Probably the largest group.
Interesting. Well, regardless, have I been offended?
Well, does the offended decide if the duel is to the death?
I wouldn't fight you to the death, but
No.
generally the challenger would be the one who issues the terms of the fight.
And your preference is for non-lethal. Very well. Very well.
It is.
I think you're not a real man of the people.
Well, scum like you wouldn't know real man or mer if you saw one.
That is very offensive, and you're worse. I'm gonna.
How dare you!
I'm gonna slam my cup and I say, "Fuck your honor."
He finishes his sujama, slams it on the table as well, stands, makes a motion across his face like this and says, "You've insulted my honor. I demand satisfaction in the arena."
I accept. Where? Just name where and when, and you will, and my honor will be repaired. I think
The bartender steps up with a slab and says, "Just sign up what time you want, Jube. It's fine. You don't need to keep up with the act."
I'm like, so when are you free for a duel? And I think about my schedule, all of the quests that I'm supposed to do. I've got 2 days before Tiermalin leaves me.
Well, looks like there's an opening just about 2 hours time. To give you long enough to rest a bit if you need to.
I'm well rested enough. What do duelists usually do in preparation? If there's betting money to be had, then should we find some gamblers?
I can introduce you to how we're getting paid, but I'll sign up for that mid-mass time slot, yes. He puts your names down on the bartender's slab and walks away. As he's leaving the tavern, he says to you, "Normally you would have to speak directly to the arena organizers. However, well, this is a fighter's organization. He keeps his information up to date and passes it along to the organizers. They have runners that move between the two. It's sort of not officially an extension of the arena's schedule, but..."
Yes, I understand.
Okay.
But it has to be religiously protected or legally protected.
Exactly. Everything must be signed off on by the temple, but the more mercenary side of things mostly gets organized at the tavern. If you ever want to try to pick up another fight with another member of the arena, then that would be the place to go. Anyone up there is more than willing to accept a challenge as long as it's non-lethal.
That could be an interesting career.
That's what I thought. But let me introduce you to the rest of my friends. And he leads you through a maze of stone hallways to a gentleman calmly sitting on a bench with a a clay tablet by his side, and not much else around him. Though as you approach, you see a fairly young elf. You haven't seen very many youths, but someone who's probably only 14 or 15 run up to him. They have a short conversation. Some coin changes hands, and then the youth runs away again. Both Dunmer. The Dunmer sitting with the clay tablet looks up as you approach and says, "Jube, new fight?"
I have besmirched his honor.
That's very nice. Jube nods and says, "We're going for an Enwa Valathi sort of conflict." And the odds man nods and says, "Well, especially with Egoras having lost his fight by now, that should certainly be an interesting match. Pretty big crowds. They'll be anxious for a good victory for a Dunmer, I suppose. Well, you know what I mean." Jube nods.
I put on the helmet and I say, behind the steel, I could be anybody.
Excellent. What's your name?
Gladius.
You could be a Cyrodiil, that's for sure. And he looks and says, "Well, You've been on a pretty good winning streak here, Jube, so I think there's some good money to be in it if you lose. But there's always enough of a foreign betting pool that we certainly could make something even if you do end up winning. Up to the two of you, I'd say, given that it's not a high-value fight. But it's a well-placed time slot. It mostly depends on how good of a show the two of you can put up. Jupe nods.
Do we have to decide beforehand? I mean, can't we just...
Jupe looks at you and says, I'd much prefer if we don't. I think it'd be fun.
Right. Okay, yeah. That doesn't impact our profits, though?
The oddsman says, well, you'll probably make more if your Enwa wins the fight, just because Jude would be the favorite going in as a known face. However, there's money to be had either way. Given that it's his first time, Jube, standard rate, new guy, will give you 8% as a cut. Little bonus. Next time it'll be down to 5.
8% of the total profits from the betting, or... Okay.
Jude nods and says, that's as good as you'll get from the Kimona Tong. Your oddsman waves you off and says, all right. I'll see you after the fight.
Is this person with the kimono tongue?
Oh, of course.
Okay. Those are the smugglers?
The Kimona Tong is many things for many people. What matters is that we take care of the aspects of Velothi culture that the great houses sometimes feel they're too big for. Jupe walks you away from the oddsman and says, yes, smuggling, drugs, slave trade, illegal betting, the like.
Okay.
We're operating in the margins, but it is still a service that is highly in demand, so the money's good, and the ordinators know about it and are willing to let this pass, since it's mostly in support of a Dunmer institution.
So we're putting on a show for some slave owners.
I mean, I'm sure there's slave owners in the crowd. This is Morrowind. Slavery is fairly common.
Well, behind the steel, I could be anyone.
That's true. Now, I have some warm-ups I'd like to move through before we start our fight. Fighters' quarters are that way. And he's now walked you to a plaza, and he points to a door and says, that's the fighters' entrance to the arena. You'll want to be there in about an hour and a half.
Okay. I'm gonna warm up, I guess.
Okay. So do you... you can follow me then. We'll just travel to the arena together after.
Okay.
And he brings you to a practice room. It's a training cell similar to the one in the basement of the Balmora Fighters Guild, with padded mats, wooden weapons.
I'm all right. Warm up time. She sells seashells by the seashore, and I think Gladius is warming up his voice for the charismatic aspect of the. Really thinks of, Gladys thinks of this more of a lot more as a performance than anything, but she's also testing the system because, well, it's a great system.
available for exploitation, but a little morally gray because, well, even if you're not working with the Komodo-tong, probably every fight is making them money.
Yeah, we'll have to get to them later, but right now it's a legal reason to get into one-on-one fights with people with assholes who have besmirched the honor of the people.
If you can convince them to do the fight.
No. Well, yeah. Yeah. So, we're talking about persuasion here, right?
We'll see. Okay. All right. So, is there any other prep that you need before a fight? I will allow you to change around your spells list from your paladin spells if you'd like.
I can do non-lethal with my fire dagger, right?
For the purposes of this fight, I will say yes.
We established it cauterizes.
I don't believe we established that, but for the purposes of this fight, I will say yes.
Okay, sounds good. Turmalin is not going to be helping at all. Ooh, let's see. I don't think I'm going to need the spell Compel Duel for this. I can't use darkness, so I'm gonna prepare Bless instead of detect poison and disease. And no, not Bless. Shield of Faith. Okay, so I've got Command, Cure Wounds, Shield of Faith, Bless, Darkness, of course, Aid that I've already cast, and Lesser Restoration, because that's a subclass spell. Give me just 1 second, because I'm keeping track of which spells I have prepared on 2 character sheets.
Though your sorcerer spells you can't change out.
Yes. Until I level up. Okay, cool. Because Bless is better when you've got like a bunch of, well, yeah, okay, cool.
Before you head out, he does pause and say, if you'd like to cast any spells on yourself before the combat, I'm fine with it. Generally, you want to discuss that with your partner, but in an actual honor duel, prepare as much as you'd like.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis. Try not to hit me when you are already very wounded if you haven't hit me yet.
Done.
Command, Cure Wounds, Shield of Faith, Bless. Yeah. Cool. I already cast Aid. I guess I'm not really gonna have any use for my 2nd level spell slots this fight. How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Let's see, it's what, 427? So I'm, almost 100.
Don't count as a young adult anymore, do you?
No, I've been around for quite some time.
Okay. Well, cool. Alright, let's duel. This sounds fun.
Time to duel. Okay, he doesn't say that.
Yeah. Oh, I like It could be really funny if that's like a thing in the arena. I'm like there's been a lot of like vocabulary and number crunching that's gone over Gladys's head, but mostly he heard challenge people I don't like to a duel, get money.
Win.
Like I can't do math, but this adds up.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you enter together. There are 2 ordinators and 1 like temple priest in the fighter's entrance. The priest approaches both of you and says, "May Almalexia's might grace your hands, Sothasil's wisdom guide your actions, and Vivek's mercy stay your hand." And they say this for both of you and say, "Remember, this is an honor duel. You have both agreed for a non-lethal end, so if one of you submits to the other, the fight must stop. Any actions after that are illegal and will result in your imprisonment after you have cleared the field. When you are both done, you shall receive the blessing of the tribunal to restore you to your previous state."
Oh, excellent. Spells are on the table, right?
Of course.
Okay, cool. What do I say if I need to yield?
Merely say, "I submit."
Okay.
All right. They then gesture broadly, and you see the path diverging in 2 directions. At this point, Jupe gives you a jaunty salute and walks up the rightward path.
Cool. I'm gonna start getting ready. How long does Bless last? Up to 1 minute. Yeah. How long does Shield of Faith last? Up to 10 minutes. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay.
So my armor class is now 20.
As you approach a gate, you can see Jube reaching his position on the other side, and a voice from above, clearly augmented by some degree of magic, calls for dishonor to the Velothi people and insult to the Dunmer of Vardenfell. Jube of No House has issued a challenge to Gladius.
Gladys is like, oh man, faking my own death and going undercover and it's going great.
But the crowd, when they hear your name, especially after the description of the challenge, boos and jeers. However, for Jube, there's some light applause and excitement. It does sound like a pretty big crowd up in the bleachers. You can't see them from around the ring. All you can see is the large dome of the arena. This is indoors. But the gates then begin to raise, and you may roll initiative.
I'd like to enter the arena picking my teeth with one dagger, my mage hand carrying the flaming dagger, and I'd like to put in a minor illusion of like cool eagle head. No, a minotaur head floating above mine for a few seconds. So I'm using my cantrips to kind of show off a little bit,
Okay. Now this is a performance.
Yep.
So I don't think you have proficiency within that.
Nope.
But go ahead and roll your charisma.
Come on, roll 20. 7.
Okay. All right. Roll initiative. He also enters, and given that you are putting on a little bit of a show, he steps forward and with one hand on his rapier gives you a dramatic bow.
Okay. I try to give a bow while also trying to look insulting. And I guess, yeah, that's where the 7 performance comes in. It just very mixed messages. Rolled 18 initiative.
He rolled a 21.
It's his turn.
It is indeed. Okay, so you are separated across the field. There are several raised platforms. They're all about the same height. So we're going to say that all of these are 15 feet up.
Okay. Like... I'm just gonna... Yeah, it's his turn first.
Okay. So, you are pretty far separated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So...
I'm just realizing what you're about to do, and I hate it. I didn't realize there would be cover in this place. Okay.
Okay, well, I mean, that's certainly some of it. So he is going to have to dash to get to you, even with his long strider on and his increased speed. So, because he can move a total of 100 feet with dash. So that's 75 of it.
Oh, cool.
And he is then going to last until the end of that turn. Attack on that turn. You can make one additional weapon attack as part of that action. Okay. So, first, we do not have advantage because that's not how that works, but I do have the ability to apply sneak attack.
Yeah,
so first,
you're a swashbuckler.
Let's try to hit with our rapier.
Sounds good.
And that's a 23.
Shield.
Okay. Second attack of the rapier. 24. Fuck. Shit.
Thanks to Shield of Faith and Shield, I'm at 25 right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Well, he's got 25 feet of movement left, and with his he's going to take one step back.
Attack of opportunity.
Nope.
Okay.
His footwork is so clean that even as you begin to try to strike, well, also you used your reaction already. But he is able to evade the clumsy blow that you direct towards him, and then is going to use 15 feet of movement as his feet glow in spider webs to step up onto the platform. That's 15, 20, 25.
Okay.
Your turn.
If I'm here, would I be considered within 5 feet of him?
You're about 5 feet tall, so you'd still be 10 feet away from him.
Okay. Okay.
You could certainly make an athletics check to try to jump up to the platform.
Yeah. Gonna... Yeah, getting on the platform, absolutely athletics. Yeah. I got advantage thanks to my belt, so that's a 19.
Yeah, that's enough to get you there, but that is going to cost you 30 feet of your movement, because it's doubled.
Cool. I've got 40, and I moved 5, so I got 5 left, so I move into melee range with him.
Okay.
Yes, because that is a 3x3 post-it notes pillar.
It actually works out perfectly. I was very happy with that.
Yes. Cool. I'm I'm going to channel divinity to have for 3 rounds the help action from other workers.
That's great. Yeah.
And and then okay, give me just 1 second. What weapon is he holding?
So he's holding a rapier.
Okay. Now let's keep the Shield of Faith on for a little while longer. I'll start using this alternative I've got later, but because the Channel Divinity is my action, all I've got left is a bonus action, and I'm gonna use my bonus action to so like I run towards him full speed with the minor illusion head of the Minotaur, making it look like I'm about to trample him. I call upon the will of the people and the performers before me, which will give me the help action for performance as well. And I'm going to face step. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, and he must make a wisdom save or be frightened of me, and he won't be able to get close to me next turn.
Clever. That's cocked. That's a 16.
Okay, so he does resist, and I'd like to use this opportunity of like doing a cool, intimidating pirouette and like coming back like this to, and then I'm gonna do towards him. And can I roll another performance?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. This Colosseum soundtrack sounds a lot like Jaws.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Performance. Let's go. I got a 17. Thanks to the advantage.
Very nice, very nice. Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
That makes it his turn, so unfortunately he's now only going to be making 1 attack per turn. That's fine.
Why is he only making 1 attack per turn?
Because...
Oh, he's a Gloomstalker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was what gave him that extra 1.
Ha! Okay.
Okay.
He's not afraid of me, but he's gonna have to use up a lot of movement to get to me.
Yeah. Luckily he does still have 40, so 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. He's going to try to hit you again. And that, my friend, is a 25.
Oh, okay, cool. He hits me.
Okay.
He takes 5 cold damage.
Okay. Alright, and he, first of all, that's a D8 damage die. So that's gonna be 10 piercing damage from the rapier. He's going to activate his favored foe, because that doesn't take a bonus action.
But I'm not an enemy of the people.
Alright, so favored foe, 1d4, so that's another 2 points of piercing.
Okay.
And then he's going to use his bonus action for a healing word, which is going to bring him back up by 3. And to you, he says, no one cares up for the people of Cyrodiil, Tamriel, Enwa, Scum, Yorn, Vardenfell. Okay. And is then going to take 1 step back with his remaining movement. Actually, no, he's going to move forward.
Can I... okay. I'd like to Astronaut Sign absorb his healing word, please.
Yeah, okay.
So I've got a +3. I've got a +5 against his spellcasting. The spell save DC, and I rolled 22, so he does not heal.
He does not. And he still burns the
we're
spell slot.
throwing fireworks and like spells left and right, and I regain a first level spell slot.
So you've lost nothing except a little HP. But sneak attack damage. Duh, sorry. That's another 7 points.
Okay.
Concentration check for Shield of Faith.
Another. I rolled a 16.
Okay. How much damage did I just hit you for?
I just got 7, so you got me for 19 points. You have me exactly bloodied with that one attack. I'm like, uh-oh.
Rogues.
Yeah, rogues. The help action doesn't give me bonuses on... Okay, you did 19 points of damage, so my 16 constitution saves, and I'm able to keep Shield of Faith.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That's
his turn. Action, bonus action, movement. Yeah.
What was his bonus action?
Healing word.
Oh, yeah. Cool. On my turn, I'm going to... I only have 2 more rounds of this help action bullshit, so I gotta use them while I got them. So I'm going to short sword 24 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be 9 piercing.
Okay.
Offhand attack, fire dagger, with advantage. That is 20 to hit, 4 piercing and 2 fire.
Okay. He is bloodied.
Cool. And then as a bonus action, no, I can't. I just did a bonus action. Cool. And I'm not gonna do any sort of movement, but I am good. Like, I think I'm doing movement in the sense of like I'm like twirling around, and I'm like making some like turning or like circling around with him. That's what I'm using. Like, I'm using my movement for like the dramatic aspect of it. I want everyone in the crowd to be able to get a good look at his face and stuff like this. Can I roll another performance?
Yeah, sure.
12.
Okay.
That's with the advantage. Cool.
You know, I probably would have given you advantage here anyway, since you were trying to like work with him on that. So,
yeah.
But cool. So that makes it his turn again. So he is going to start off with a rapier attack attempt, but that will not do it. That's only a 14.
Okay.
All right. He is now going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back up onto the platform, and he is going to try again with a healing word.
Can't stop him now.
And he says to you, I think you still landed the worse off between the two of us for those blows traded, even if that is not necessarily correct.
You got lucky to get past my armor and my spells this one time, but I am as resistant and as enduring as the establishment I represent. Cool. My turn?
Yep.
Okay. How much movement it takes for me to get into melee range with him?
So jumping up there is going to cost you 30.
Okay. But I have 10, so I can do... And then 30 diagonally, right?
Yeah, but
okay,
I will...
Cool.
Yeah, you still need the athletics check,
If
yeah.
I pass the athletics check, 23.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Cool. So that's just going to be my movement. And then I'm going to short sword 17.
17 is a miss.
Damn. Okay. Fire dagger 16. So that's my action, my bonus action, and my movement. And that's the end of my channel divinity.
Okay. So he is first of all going to try to hit you again with his rapier, but that is only a 15. And he says, "The Valathi have a habit of defying broad sweeping organizations like yourself. And with that, he's actually going to make an acrobatics check to try to do a flip off of the edge of this platform, which it's a 15, yeah. So he's able to flip on his way down, and then so that's just going to be 5 movement since he was jumping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's up here. And he reaches his hand out and with his free hand.
I would like to step back, and then I'm gonna full run like I'm trying to get to where he is, right?
Mm-hmm.
But just by jumping, and I'm planning on like occupying his space basically. Okay. But I'm also getting ready to face step as soon as I'm within 5 feet of him to get behind him and because I'm within 5 feet of him, trigger the fear effect as well. Mm-hmm. So athletics check to jump. Most like I'm making it look like I'm trying to jump onto the platform. I don't think I can necessarily make that big of a jump in heavy armor, but I can at least get within 5 feet of him to trigger the other stuff. That's Gladys's thought process. Athletics 19.
Yep. Okay. So you're able to make most of your jump there, and then do your face step to end up behind him.
Wisdom save.
He does roll a 16, so
okay.
I assume that passes.
Yeah, that passes. Once again, that was my shit. I don't like that I had to waste my bonus action on this. I'm going to lay on hands myself for I lost 19, so I'm gonna restore 11. No, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna lay on hands myself for all of my lay on hands, I think. So that would bring me up to 34. but my maximum is actually currently 32. So I've got 33. Here we go. So I got 1 healing hands left, I think. Yes. Okay, cool. That's my action, my bonus action, and my movement.
Okay. Do you want to try to make a performance check? Especially since that was a nice flashy move.
Yes. Absolutely. 19 performance. Keeps
Nice.
getting better.
Alright. Is that your turn?
That is my turn, yes.
Excellent. So, you are once again within rapier distance. 24.
I'm gonna let that hit me to save the spell slots in exchange for maybe losing my concentration, which is what I want right now.
Okay, and then also a d4. So that's 4, 5, 10, 18, 24 piercing damage.
Okay, 24. That's I got 9 HP left. Okay.
He says, "You can't hide from a Dunmer. We live in the shadows."
I'm like, well then you're in shit luck, 'cause you're in my domain right now, under the sun.
Okay. And he's going to let's see. He is going to use his bonus action for another healing word. So that's another 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Acrobatics check to jump down. That's still a 12. No, I'm gonna make him take some damage for that. 3 off. So he fumbles and lands prone on the ground, having failed his flip. So that takes 20 feet of movement to get up. So he's down to 15. So 1, 2, 3. Your turn.
Is it acrobatics to jump from?
I will let you pick.
Oh,
I
cool.
know technically game terms, anytime you jump, it should be athletics, but especially falling, I'm okay with it being acrobatics.
I would like to make a ranged attack. The projectile is me.
I mean, you can jump.
Yeah, you brought the wrestling. You brought up the wrestling before the recording. I am just following up on your suggestions. Now, what I would like to do is I would like to activate my engraved ring of healing as a bonus action, and as my action, I am going to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Okay.
So I'm not actually attacking, but I am running after him. Okay, cool. 2nd level. I heal 13 plus potion of healing 9. How much damage did you do? Okay, hold on. That's 27 plus 4. That is 31. I'm back to almost full HP. And
Okay, so
since I'm not doing an attack, just using my movement, I'm trying to make it look cool, like I'm cannonballing myself at him again, and like for the crowd, they're like, "Oh, is he gonna face step again?" And it's like, "No, I'm healing and like doing a fake out on my previous attack."
Okay, so you're trying to land near him, or are you trying to jump onto him? Because I would let you, if you're trying to occupy the same space,
Okay.
you and he will take the same amount of fall damage.
Yes, let's do it.
But you need to make the athletics. You have to pass an athletics check still in order to basically hit him. Yeah, your athletics
23.
check passes his AC.
Cool.
Okay, so
2d6 damage.
yeah, 2d6 damage for both of you. Go ahead and roll it.
That's gonna be 7 bludgeoning.
Okay. He is definitely bloodied again.
Cool. Ba, ba, ba. It's 24 HP. Cool.
Alrighty, alright. Okay. So, once again, he's gonna go for the rapier, and that is a 25. Thank goodness he has a +6. I haven't rolled a crit once, but he's at least hitting you steadily.
Okay. Yeah.
Because these dice are so fucking lucky. So that's another 1d8 plus 1d4 plus 2d6. Ooh. 7, 9, 15 points of piercing.
Okay. And I'm still succeeding my concentration checks. You said 15?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that would be back to 9.
Okay. And since he did do a melee attack against you, he is then going to... he's out of spell slots. So we are going to dash so that he can get all the way up here. Nope, now that's you.
Okay, cool.
Your turn.
I am going to... I'm going to okay, let me just check the range for Compel Duel. 30 feet. You end your turn more than 30 feet away from the target, so I have to stay within 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. I'm gonna move to here, and I'm going to bonus action cast Compel Duel. He must make a Wisdom save, DC 13.
That's a 12.
Ooh, okay, cool. So, okay, on a failed save, the creature is drawn to you compelled by divine command. Disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than me, and must make a wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move to a space that is more than 30 feet away from you. If it succeeds on this saving throw, this spell doesn't restrict the target's movement for that turn. And then since I'm 30 feet away, he can't like drop off or leave anywhere like this. And as my action, I've already cast a spell, so I can't also cast another spell, which leaves me with my ball bearings and caltrops all around me.
Okay. So I am going to ask, what do you say as the verbal component of your compel duel?
Fight me like a mer!
Okay. And then caltrops, yes. And go ahead and also roll your performance check because...
Yeah. And like I'm casting a dual spell. I'm like calling out his honor and
Yeah. And especially because this is sort of the same thing as the casting your spell will give you advantage.
Nice. That's a 17. Cool. We are getting paid tonight. I am bloodied.
So is he.
Yeah, that's my action and my bonus action. It also means I've dropped concentration on Shield of Faith. This is a showy move. It is not a great move.
Yeah. I mean, as you said, a fight isn't fun if
Yeah.
everyone keeps missing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think, especially since he can't move away, he sees that you've dropped those caltrops. I think he's going to sheath his rapier, draw the longbow from his back,
What?
and is going to... He's worse with the longbow because
Yeah, he can't sneak attack damage if he's not in melee range.
the rapier is also a +1, so
Yeah.
it's a little harder to hit you. Okay, and is going to shoot completely wide on his shot and says, "You aren't worth putting in that kind of effort."
I'm going to cast second level Cure Wounds on myself, and once again be like, is this how you defend the honor of your people? Second level, that gives me 9 more HP, and as a bonus action, I'm gonna convert some sorcery points to all of my sorcery points to a second level spell slot, I guess.
Okay.
That's my action and bonus action, and I half movement move to here to be under cover of his ranged weaponry, unless if he gets like closer to me.
Okay, cool. His turn.
Wait, hold on. There's no way. Hold on. Can I actually hold on? 1, 2, 3. I would have 25 feet of movement left. Can I get up here?
If you jump.
Okay, cool. Let me jump. Athletics with advantage. It's a 20.
Okay.
Cool.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So that's your.
Wait, can I get in full melee?
Yeah,
range?
you should be able to get in melee. Yeah.
Cool. I don't do that. I want a bit more time to heal myself.
Okay.
Before we go back into melee range. But that's movement, action, bonus action. That's my turn.
Okay. Yeah, he's switching back. So, Bo, he's just going to drop to make sure he has the time to pull his rapier out, and he wants to keep his bonus action intact. So, longbow on the ground. Pulls out his rapier and is going to step forward. Nat 20! I think this might be it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so that's
the
2d8, 2d4, and 46. All right. 10, 20.
down.
Yeah.
I'm down.
All right. You come to on the field. He has fed you a small potion so that you can come back to early.
Oh, that tastes expensive.
Do you submit?
Oh, I thought unconsciousness was automatic submission. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna throw away both of my weapons, and I'm like, I yield.
Okay. With that, he stands, spits, misses your face by a little bit, and throws his hands in the air to the cheering of the crowd, and makes his way out of the arena, leaving you in the dust.
I'm like, we put on a good show, and like, there is like, Gladius has already had the idea of like, if this wasn't a friendly match, but and I'd like, and I really needed to win, I can cast command. It's a one-word command to say yield. So I'm excited about like Gladius is excited for like the opportunities that this arena kind of gives him. Good place to stop.
I think so.
Cool. My star is that was way more interesting than I had pictured when you talked about like just I thought it was going to be a street duel, right? So like you made a premise that I was like into like something that might become central to the plots while I challenge all of the bourgeois in the city. And my wish is, I think, more images. It would help me so much to keep track of characters if you had like, if you presented me with like more images of what people look like. If you had like a folder already prepared with pictures I could have a look at, or that you could show me, or something like this. That's my wish, because I'm realizing that like the lack of visuals is affecting how well I can remember stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Cool.
I hope at least my descriptions have been something. You're a very visual person.
Yeah, like I'm so sorry, but there's some of your descriptions where I start to zone out, or I try to split my attention with like something that's going on my character sheet, and then when I look up, I'm like, I've heard all of these words, but I did not like listen and form a picture in my head, and now Frey is moving on to something different.
Okay. So just to start us off on our more images journey, then. Jupe.
Hubba hubba!
As you first met him.
Nice.
Yeah. Star. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad that you had fun, because I had a lot of fun. I had thought that like giving you this sort of challenge, especially since it takes away your incentive to use darkness, would be a pretty even fight and pretty fun. And I think that all of your really like theatrics was great. I loved the creativity; it was phenomenal. And as for a wish, let's see. See, Yeah, it's always so hard for me as a DM.
You wish to give me a lot of gold for
You're gonna get paid well. You rolled pretty well.
Okay, cool. So I'm writing that down as your wish. And then I can bring it back up as like, hey, while we're here, you should give me gold. I think that's a good opportunity to fulfill your wish.
Mm-hmm.
Now, anyways, do you have a wish for me to write down? Or
let's see. I think. So I think my wish essentially is to try to bring that same level of creativity to every fight, and that's sort of for me too, because because it wasn't about the outcome of the fight so much as it was the action around it.
Yeah.
We were both painting that picture a lot more than we sometimes do.
Yeah.
So I think that's my wish for both of us then, is to keep that kind of energy in combat, because it makes it more fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's one of the aspects of like creating my own stories that I like most, is being able to like make every fight a puzzle with some specific like win conditions that aren't just bring this person's HP down to 0, right? Mm-hmm. Or at least like a bunch of side objectives that like here to like woo the crowd. So like I think that comes from a certain amount of communication as well, of like like before the game you told me what the mood was going to be for this, and I was like, oh cool, I'm able to like better prepare myself to know that like this is going to be an audience centric type of fight. So when you let me know like
which we did luckily have a little bit of time outside of game to establish that, but do you think that I gave enough markers within the context that you could have been in the mindset by the time we got to the fight?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's like like the way you set the markers up when we were in the tomb, of like the rising tension of like nothing is happening and that's more stressful. Like that communicated that like, and the difficulty of the fights communicated, oh, this is a horror, we are running away.
And I guess on a similar question here, which I hope it felt fairly even, especially since you were both level 3 gestalts. Yeah. But did that feel like a fairly even fight?
Oh, yes.
Very glass cannon v glass cannon.
Yes.
You did at one point get him down to 10 HP.
Yeah. I like, oh my god, his build is really good against my darkness foe. Because he's in Gloomstalker. Oh, it doesn't work against blind sight.
Yeah, it doesn't give him blind sight. He just has really good dark vision.
Right. Yeah.
So in an actual fight, things are a fair amount different.
Yeah.
He can't do sneak attacks if he has disadvantage on you. Yep. Even with Swashbuckler.
Yes.